Happy holidays, folks. Thanks for joining me again on another new belt day and an unboxing of a belt. This just arrived today, straight from the factory of ORM belts in Pakistan. And what I have right here is a Hogan 86-87 championship belt. So without any further ado, let's open this package up and see what we got. Now, I'm noticing that DHL opened this package, which they tend to do lately with the belts that I've been getting. And I've had, let's just say, some unfavorable results as a result. But I don't know, again, if this is something that is a problem with DHL or with the belt maker. But hey, here we go. I'm going to open it upside down so we could do the reveal. Careful not to rip at the side plates here. Very good. Look at that. Okay. Here we go. Let's take it out of its packaging. Right over here. Okay. We have the cellophane tape, which is typical on a shipment from ORM belts. Kind of wish they had a little bit more padding, but that's quite all right. There we go. And all that's left are the sleeves. Very good. You can see here there's a gold tip. And then we remove this other sleeve. All right. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Look at that. All right. Here is your Hogan 86-87 championship belt. This is a standard definition belt with standard definition plates. And where it really shows are in these small, intricate etchings, okay? Like floral patterns or the words under the flags. What you'll also notice on a standard definition belt is like a ripple effect or like a wave on some of the areas of the plates where there is a lot of uncovered area, right? But why don't we get up a little close and personal with this ORM Hogan 86-87 belt, standard definition, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Beautiful belt. Very beautiful belt. Very iconic design, worn by an iconic man in Hulk Hogan. He's the only wrestler to ever wear this belt as a champion. And it's the first belt that I really noticed when I started watching wrestling. It's the eye candy that got me, and I always wanted one, and now I have one. This is really nice. So let's take a look at the main plate. Let's zoom in here and show you what we're looking at here. Of course, we have the WWF logo at the very top, surrounded by a floral pattern of some sort, and you have the word world. Let's take a look at the etching. You can kind of see how raised the etching is on this belt right here, right? To give you an idea of the deepness of etching in a standard definition belt. Okay? Very nice. And you have the heavyweight banner. Take a look at the etching right there. I don't know if you can tell. Heavyweight. That's right. And the globe. I was never a fan of the oval-shaped globe, but I guess you had to fill the space with something, right? There you go. That's the etching of the globe right there. Very nice. Very nice. I guess you'd call this a wreath, right? I guess that's what it is. So you have that right there. The etching looks pretty okay there. Now, one of the telltale signs of standard definition plating is that you won't get a complete clear pattern of the individual leaves. Okay, here you can kind of see them better. But over here, you kind of see that they're washed out. That line isn't complete. This is non-existent right over here. That's a standard definition deal, right? And take a look at the silver area, the nickel plating. You see it kind of has like a wavy, ripply effect to it. That's your standard D right there. Okay. Okay, you got the floral etching on the bottom. And the wrestling champion banner. Very nice. There's the etching right there. Overall, the design, I love the design, and I think it's very iconic. Now we go over here now. Let's just take a look at the side plates, and this is where you're gonna see the standard definition in full effect right here. First of all, take a look at the United States. You can kind of read it. You know what it says, but it's not super clear, right? It actually says TED States, because I can't tell. I don't know if that says United, but I can see that says TED States. So this is my TED States flag right here. And you'll notice that every line is painted red. This is to mimic the actual Hogan 86 belt, where for some reason his belt was all red. Exactly. But there you got TED States, and you got Mexico. You can kind of make that out. Now in a high def, this would be crystal clear. There'd be no mistaking what it says. The flag, the image on the flag would be clear. You'd be able to see what it says. And of course, this would not say TED States. It'd say United States. Okay. Now, if we go to the side plate here, we got Canada. That's, you can make that out right there. And you got Japan. Japan you can make out for sure. For sure. Okay. Then you got the tooling. I mean, the WWF logo right there. And again, look around the flags. You'll see what I'm talking about, wave. Okay? See what I'm talking about? Almost looks like tinfoil, right? Okay, let's take a look at this other side plate right here. Now we have the TED Kingdom, or is it United Kingdom? Well, TED Kingdom, look at that. TED Kingdom. Done. I can barely tell. But there you go. And underneath Australia actually looks pretty clear, with the exception of the A at the end. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, and obviously the stars on the Australian flag would be more like stars, and then not really dots. Okay. Over here, you have the USSR wording, letters, and Italy. Actually, Italy coming in strong with the clearness, with the clarity. All right, Italy. Italia. Okay, and then right over here we have, oh, there's my coffee. We have the Hulk Hogan, I guess you'd call it a nameplate, on the belt tip. Now, I think I've seen Reggie Parks and Milliken made belts with this, except I've seen it all gold. I've never seen it like this where it was dual plated. And I also noticed that this was kind of like reversed. So I don't know if that's... But then again, not every Milliken made and Reggie Parks made belts are identical. So, but yeah. So I've had the honor of holding the actual Hogan 86 belt, which he has in display at Hogan's Beach Shop in Orlando, Florida. And there's definitely some major differences between this version and the other version. On the side plates, obviously, the Hogan 86 was American made by Reggie Parks, so clearly it's going to be of the highest quality. It would be HD standards if you're buying a Pakistan belt. So United States was crystal clear. Yes, the flag was all red. I'll throw up the picture right there. And I noticed on some of these side plates there were some differences, right? So this isn't 100% ring accurate. At least to the Hogan 86 that he wore, that he owns right now. But it is pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. I believe in the pictures I've seen, this side plate is a little shorter, and there's no space in between the Canadian flag and the WWF logo. I know, that's now we're getting into it, but that's how much of a belt mark I am, right? But anyway, this is still a very nice looking belt made from ORM belts. And if you are in the market for one, you could probably find his page on Facebook. And let's just do one quick overview of the belt. Oh, you know what? The tooling is clamshell. Okay, let's not forget about that. And there is the WWF logo stamped right there, or hand tooled, or I don't know what it is. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, because in any other belt that I've seen, it had these old-timey WWF letterings, right? And it was usually in the middle of this area or off to the side here, right next to the snap box, okay? It looked like a Wild West font, whatever you want to call it, but it's a WWF, and it was either here or here. I've never seen the Hogan 86 quite like this. So anyway, I figured I'd show you what it looks like propped up. Why not? And again, you can kind of tell to the trained eye the ripple effect on that side plate. Again, that's standard definition. If you don't like that, if you don't like the fact that these letters are not clear, then you buy yourself a high definition belt. But just be prepared to pay almost double. But do your shopping. Don't take my word for it. Shop around. Look at other belt makers' craftsmanship. And you make the decision on who you want to go with. Oh, there's plenty out there. Just remember, they're not all of the same quality, and it takes time to get these belts. So, unless they have them in stock, which you might get lucky. So there you go. All right. Do you guys want to see what it looks like on the shoulder? I know a lot of people like seeing that. All right. Very nice looking belt, isn't it? Yes, and you know what? It's not really that heavy either. I'm going to say it's anywhere between 5.5 and 6 pounds. It's pretty light, actually. My Winged Eagle is heavier. But it's still a very beautiful belt. I guess weight doesn't really matter as long as it looks good, right? The leather is floppy, as you can see right there. And a lot of people are wondering how floppy this leather is. And it's pretty much right there. Of course, you have the weight of the gold tip, but this is the other side right there, see? And I guess when a champ walks into the ring, they hold it like this. And usually the belt's flopping in the wind, so this is pretty good floppage, I'd say. I'd say 8 out of 10 on the flop factor. And then you have it over the shoulder. Does it make me look like a champ? Or does it make me look like a fool who's pretending to be a champ when nobody's looking? Yeah. Anyway, it's a very nice looking belt. If you are in the market for one of these belts, I suggest going to ORM, but don't take my word for it. Go take a look at yourself at his craftsmanship. And there's other belt makers out there that are really good. So you just got to shop around. Ask people in the Facebook groups who you think, and there's going to be, look, you might start a war if you ask that question, but everybody has their favorites. I have mine. That doesn't mean that I'm going to stick to one maker. As a matter of fact, in a month, I'm probably going to get a WWF Demolition tag belt made by Classic Shields, ORM's #1 competitor. Ooh. That's going to be a fun one to record. Anyway, I hope you like this review. Like and subscribe if you want to. If you want to see more belt reviews, and you know what, I'm going to start actually doing more content and maybe go through the history of some of these wonderful iconic belts that you see behind me. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, I hope you had a good holidays and enjoy your new belt day whenever you get it. Thank you.